Never Alone is a game about Alaskan folklore and culture, which in video game form means snow, bears, running away from bears, falling over in snow, weird spirit animals, more snow, those, that, and having to think about what it would be like to freeze to death and drown at the same time. What that actually plays like is a surreal and largely peaceful co-op adventure. It's perfectly suited for playing on a hungover Sunday afternoon with a friend, and the only real conflict is who gets to be the fox, because look at it. This is an adventure filled with mild peril at best, so even when you're being chased by boulders like Indiana Jones in a parka, or running away from bears again, it's never particularly hard, and for the most part everything simply unfolds in front of you, and it's steeped in the mythology and history of the native Alaskan people that both inspired and helped develop it. The weather and snow, for example, form an integral part of both the world and the gameplay, as a visual effect and through puzzles where you have to brace against the wind to progress or to use it to jump further and reach new areas. The spiritual side of things are manifested throughout the game, but the folklore and mythology are more obviously brought to life through the strange puzzles and even stranger characters, giving the whole thing a very trippy, dreamlike feel. Everything that appears has a cultural root, but if you don't like learning stuff then you can just ignore it all, in which case this just becomes a weird game with a giant bird head that helps you cross gaps. But there is stuff to learn if you want, through videos you unlock as you play that dig into the history and the culture that inspired everything. I actually enjoyed watching these because when a group of people can genuinely list being eaten by a polar bear as a very possible cause of death, then they're going to have some interesting stuff to say about it. This isn't a game with a bear in it just because it looks cool. It's never overly taxing, and from what I've played you might be disappointed if you're interested in just the game part. But if you consider the whole experience, a mix of game, gentle co-op, edutainment and documentary, then it's a lovely way to learn something new about the world. It's a project I hope succeeds, if only because the developers are promising to work with other cultures on new titles, and this really is a great way to make more interesting and meaningful games.
The guards, if you look over here, are random. That guard, I don't know what he's about to do. He's going this way. And there's nowhere to hide because he's unpredictable. And there's...
Ah, jeez.